Joshua 18:7 says, "For the Levites have no portion among you, because the priesthood is of the Lord, and that is their inheritance. Gad and Reuben and the half-tribe of Manasseh also have received their inheritance eastward beyond the Jordan, which Moses, the servant of the Lord, gave them." If you're joining us in reading through this 90-day reading plan, today's reading is Joshua 18:1 through 19:9, and I encourage you to read that passage. Well, the tribe of Levi was to be a special tribe. In Numbers 18:20, they were told that they were not going to get a land inheritance where they came into the promised land. Rather, they were to live with the people and come to the tabernacle to perform their duties. This setup was both good and for some things and bad for others, and that followed into Christianity. It was pretty clear to all of the Israelites, and today for all Christians, that they're not to concentrate on physical wealth rather than their spiritual walk. The Levites were to be a picture of that walk. They had no physical inheritance, but they were able to utilize the resources where they lived. They were to be an example for all Israelites. Well, in the 3rd and 4th centuries AD, a movement began to take place in the desert where men and women would isolate themselves for a period of time and grow close to God. They would generally give up all of their possessions so that they might have an inheritance of God rather than a physical inheritance. Ultimately, these pilgrimages changed into a permanent residence, and those permanent residences changed into a monastery system that some denominations have even to today. We are all to be priests. Now, it doesn't mean we have the ability or the calling to be full-time ministers to those around us, but that does mean that we're to minister to those around us as they need it. At times, we're to remove ourselves and go and worship and to be refreshed so that we might serve even better. So the question is, are we functioning as priests? Do we stand before God offering prayers and supplications for those around us? Are we willing to give up our physical inheritance so that we might have a spiritual inheritance? Please evaluate your life. What is important in your walk with Christ or your walk with the earth?